Mother Holle. Once there was a widow with 2 daughters. One was pretty and hard-working, and the other was ugly and lazy. The ugly one was her own daughter, whereas the pretty one was her stepdaughter. She loved her own daughter the most, so she treated her very well, but the pretty one had to do all the work in the house. Every day the poor girl had to sit by a well and spin until her fingers bled. When they did bleed, she dipped the spindle into the well to wash it, but one time it slipped out of her hand and fell into the water. The girl began to cry, and ran to her stepmother, but her stepmother just told her off and said, "You dropped it in, so you have to take it out." The girl went back to the well, not knowing what to do. She was a bad swimmer, and the water was very deep. But if she came home without the spindle, her stepmother would surely beat her. So she took a deep breath and jumped into the well. She swam down and down, into the darkness, and everything went black. When she woke up, she was in a beautiful field, and the sun was shining on the flowers all around her. How strange, she thought. I was in the well, and now I am here. Have I died? Since she could not know, she decided to walk. She walked until she came to a big baker's oven. The oven was full of bread, and the bread called out to her, "Oh, take me out, take me out. If you don't take me out, I will burn." So she put on some oven gloves and pulled the loaves of bread out of the oven. Then she kept walking, until she came to a tree heavy with apples. The tree called out to her, "Oh, shake me, shake me. My apples are ready to be eaten." So she shook the tree until the apples fell like rain, and one by one the apples all fell down. Then she kept walking, and finally she came to a little house. There was an old woman outside with huge teeth, and the girl almost ran away, but the old woman called her back. "Why are you afraid, my dear child? Come and live with me. If you do all the housework well, things will go well for you. Make sure you shake my pillow well every morning, so that the feathers fly about. You see, when the feathers in my pillow are shaken, it snows out in the world." "What is your name?" asked the girl. "I am Mother Holle." The woman sounded very kind, so the girl agreed and went to work. She did everything just like the old woman said, and shook her pillow very hard indeed. She lived a good life, and the old woman never told her off. When she had lived a long time with Mother Holle, she began to feel sad. She could not think why, until she realized that she missed her home. Even though she was 1,000 times better off here, she still missed her mother and her sister. At last she said to Mother Holle, "I miss my home, and although I am very well off here, I cannot stay any longer. I must go back to my own home." Mother Holle answered, "I am happy that you want to go home. As you have served me well, I will send you there." She took her hand and led her to a large door, and when the girl walked through it she was showered with gold. The gold covered her whole body and stuck to her. "All this is yours, because you worked so hard," said Mother Holle. Then she gave her back her spindle, the one she had dropped in the well. And then the door closed, and the little girl found herself back in the world, not far from her mother's house. As she walked through the garden, the rooster cried, "Cock-a-doodle-doo. Our golden girl has come home, too." Then she went in to find her mother, who was very happy to see her, as she was covered with gold. The girl told her the story, and her mother decided she wanted her ugly and lazy daughter to have the same riches. So she sent her to sit by the well and spin. But of course, the girl was lazy, so instead of spinning until her hand bled, she cut her hand with a knife. Then she threw the spindle into the well and jumped in. She found herself, like her sister, in the beautiful field, and followed the same path. When she came to the baker's oven, the bread cried out, "Oh, take me out, take me out. If you don't take me out, I will burn." But the lazy girl answered, I don't want to get my hands all black," and kept on walking. Soon she came to the apple tree, who called out, "Oh, shake me, shake me. My apples are ready to be eaten." But she answered, "No way. What if one of your apples falls on my head? It's too dangerous," and she kept on walking. When she came to Mother Holle's house she did not feel afraid, as she knew about her huge teeth, and she agreed to help her at once. The first day, she worked hard, and did everything as Mother Holle said, because she dreamed about the gold she would receive. The second day, however, she started to get lazy, and the third day even more, and finally she did not even get up in the morning. Nor did she shake Mother Holle's pillow in the right way. Mother Holle soon grew tired of the girl, and warned her that she would not be staying there for long. This pleased the girl, who thought she would soon get her shower of gold and go home. So she waited until Mother Holle led her to the large door, and she walked through it with her arms held out wide, ready to be showered with gold. But instead of a shower of gold, a huge kettle full of tar was poured over her. "That is the reward for your help," said Mother Holle, and shut the door. So the lazy girl came home all covered with tar, and the rooster saw her and cried, "Cock-a-doodle-doo! Our dirty girl has come home too." And the tar stuck close to her, and never, for the rest of her whole life, could she get it off.